Growing up in a religious environment, I was taught Christ's teaching that we need to turn the other cheek, we need to pray for those that hurt us. In my middle age, I've had to deconstruct that a little bit because what I saw that led to was a lack of boundaries. It led to tolerating poor behavior and not having requisite consequences for people acting shitty, to be honest. But what I've realized in reading Neville Goddard's works, especially the law of thought transmission, is that you reap what you sow. And almost every religious construct has an idea of karma in it, that what you put out into the world will come back to you. Neville Goddard's teaching specifically is that if you send out ill will to somebody, let's say you have a nasty thought about somebody, like they're judgmental. Let's say that somebody hurts you and does you dirty and you have some swirling rumination thoughts about them and you ruminate on that. You're creating an energetic field with your thoughts that through the law of thought transmission gets sent to them. They feel it across space and time. It doesn't matter where they live. Geography is a construct because energy knows no bounds. So they feel your energy, and if they're not on the same vibration as you, if they're not on that kind of lower vibration where they're judgmental and whatever, they're on that same frequency, then as Neville Goddard says, that boomerangs back to you. It comes back to you. So all of your negative thoughts, all of your negativity and judgment that you're placing on somebody else, if they're not on that same frequency or if they don't believe it of themselves, it comes back to you. Meaning now you're perpetuating all that icky negativity in your life. And so really what he says is you should focus on anything praiseworthy or of good report, which is exactly verbatim what I was taught in my religious upbringing. If there was anything virtuous or praiseworthy, seek on these things. Because you reap what you sow, as Neville Goddard says. So let's say somebody does you dirty and you're going through the emotions and you're feeling hurt by them. Allow yourself to feel the feelings, but don't attach to them. Don't create a belief around them. Don't create a belief that this person is awful and this person is judgmental and this person is horrible and this person deserves the worst that life can offer. Because if they're not on that same frequency of thought around that thought, it comes and boomerangs back to you and you perpetuate more of that in your life. So when somebody does you dirty, we feel the emotions, we don't attach to them, we don't create beliefs around them. And then if we can, we try to transmute that energy around them because we're thinking about them into love. Because when we do that, as religious constructs will teach us to do, to pray for our enemies, to love those that hurt us, it will be sent to them and they will either accept it, which will just make them better people in the long run and fill their hearts with love and make them maybe not be so shitty to you, but none of your concern, because even if they don't accept your goodwill that you send to them, as Neville Goddard says, it boomerangs right back to you. So as you send them love and as you send them well wishes, if they don't accept it because they're not on the same frequency or they don't have those beliefs for themselves, it boomerangs right back to you and you have more love in your life and acceptance and honesty and all those beautiful, good, high vibe feelings. So I'm going to say that the religious structure that I was born into may not have been so wrong after all, and that when people do me dirty, I'm going to try to transmute that energy into positive thoughts and positive vibes and feelings because I want those to come back to me. I'm going to post a second video on how to transmute that energy. If it feels really hard and you're full of like this negative energy that just seems to be swirling around, if you're ruminating, if you can't let things go, there's this really great strategy that I learned here on this app that I've been applying in my life, and it works so well to transmute energy that is somewhat negative or low frequency into a high vibe frequency of love.